dokies. So another request that I got recently was things that are going to help with sciatica pain. So number one thing with sciatica pain is you need to go see somebody, in my opinion. See what's causing your problem first. You want to make sure it's not something serious like a herniated disc, or if you're worried about degenerative disc disease. Those can be very serious things that you don't want to just ignore or think that it's not a big deal if you're having real severe sciatica pain. If you know that it's mild and it comes and goes, totally manageable on your own. If you feel like you don't want to go see somebody for it, I understand. I don't like going to the doctor either. But you do want to make sure that you're not doing any more damage, or you're not doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Sciatica can be not a big deal, something that can be managed. Sometimes people who just sit a lot during the day, have a desk job, they can suffer little bouts, and then it's not a big deal. It goes away. They stretch. It's fine. But if you're having regular or really severe sciatica pain, then yes, you should go get it checked out. So that being said, hamstring stretches are really, really good to get into that area. So if you already know or have favorite hamstring stretches, or if your teacher is teaching a yoga class and says, this variation makes it more of a stretch for your hamstrings. I know I say that a lot in class. Take those options. So do those hamstring stretches. As far as specific postures for while you're having sciatica pain that might give you some relief, we'll go through some of those together. So we'll start with half Lord of the Fishes. So you're going to bring your left leg in, bend your left heel towards your left glute, and then bring your right leg over so that your right knee is pointed up to the sky. Then you're going to reach your right hand up tall, take a deep breath in, and exhale, start to twist over to your right side. Maybe hook your left elbow on your right thigh, and then start to maybe look over your right shoulder. I like to plant my right hand right at the base of my tailbone, so that way as you inhale, you can use your hands, a little bit of leverage to lift up, lengthen through your spine. And then as you exhale, it kind of gives you a little bit of a fulcrum to stabilize as you deepen your twist. So just holding and breathing. And then coming back through center once you're ready. Take a gentle twist just for a second the other way. And then come back to center and switch out. You can either switch out your legs like a normal person, or you can be like me and do this fun little twist where you just lift your booty up, walk your hands behind you, sit back down. Ta-da! Magically, you're ready for the other side. So on this side, your left leg is bent, left heel towards your right heel towards your left glute. Right leg's on the bottom, left leg is on top. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, half Lord of the Fishes, other side. And then as you deepen that twist, gradually starting to look more towards your left shoulder. And watch for your neck here. A lot of times it's tempting to just crane the neck back. Let your neck follow the twist of your spine. Once you've held there for several breaths, come back through center, gentle twist over to the other side, and then let your legs come out long. So another really nice one for sciatic pain is half cow face pose. So cow face pose traditionally is like this, where you've got your knees stacked at center. So kind of almost like half Lord of the Thighs, except that top leg is down. That can be a bit much if you're already having sciatic issues. So on this one, you'll just bring one leg over. So you have that shape of your right heel coming towards your left hip, but your bottom leg, your left leg is straight. So just feeling that sensation. If you want to deepen here, this may be enough for you. Right here, this might be like totally enough. You're going to feel this actually mostly on your bottom leg. So especially along the outside, if you're having any sciatic pain. The thing about sciatic pain is people can feel it different places in their body, but if you're feeling it on the outside of your thigh or the outside of your hip, you're probably going to feel that on that lower leg here. So this may be enough. If you want to deepen that stretch and you're ready for a little bit more, you can start to hinge forward. This is like totally enough for me, and I don't even have sciatic issues. If you really want to go for it, you can start to grab your opposite hand, so your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot, maybe a little bit, but avoid crunching or contracting your hips into you too much. You don't want to pull that leg in. You want to lengthen out. So once you've held here and you're ready to switch out, just cross that other leg on top. Same variation this way. You can stay right here. This side might be different. You might be a little bit more open. Just feel it out. So once you've done both sides there, half pigeon is a really nice stretch to get into those areas that create that tightness. So for half pigeon, you'll bring your right knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards your left wrist. So your shin is going to be kind of coming towards parallel with the top of your mat. It may not be parallel. It may be parallel to the problem. It may be more like 45 degrees. Mine's kind of more in that region. So if your leg is more parallel with the top of your mat, you want to flex your foot to protect your knee joint. So pointing your toes back towards your knee. If your leg is more towards 45 degrees, point your toes for the same reason. So just protecting your joints. You can stay lifted up here. In fact, I encourage you to kind of just feel out how that feels with your sciatic. Really press through your back shin, lift your heart. And stay and breathe here. If you want a block to support you, or maybe a couple of blocks, you can do that. And then as you're ready, folding down and noticing that difference as you fold down. Now when you're ready, switching out to the other side, you can either come through down dog or just switch out your legs. Same thing, hold and breathe, lifted for a few breaths, and then start to make your way down. So a little bit more restorative posture you can do for hamstring stretching is reclining big toe pose. So you'll come to your back with knees bent, take a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a towel, you can use a scarf, basically anything fabric that you can get long around your foot. Lift your leg up and then just start to stretch that leg back towards your face. So take it a little bit at a time, one breath at a time. Start to creep your hands up closer to your foot as you start to get your foot closer to your face. Keep those toes flexed, that foot active, and just breathe. So this is going to be really intense, especially if you are having a little bit of pain already. So just take it as it comes, and then when you're ready, let go of that strap, maybe shake that leg out a little bit, switch to the other side. So your bottom knee stays bent, and then you're just bringing that straight leg in towards you. You're going to probably feel a significant difference from side to side, and that's perfectly fine. Another great one is supine twist. You can make it a little bit more supported, a little bit more gentle, just hugging both knees into your chest, and then letting both knees fall over to the side together. So you have that support of both knees. It's not quite as intense. It's just a gentle twist, a gentle stretch to the outside of your hips. So when you're ready, coming back through center, and then sending both knees to the opposite side. A lot of people experience relief in their sciatic pain when they engage through their glutes. So if that might be something you want to try, you can try for a half wheel. So you can come up just to the top of your head and let yourself be supported and see how that feels. If that's a lot for you, come on down. Another nice thing you can do is take bridge with a block between your inner thighs. So lifting your hips up to the sky, really squeezing that block. By engaging those muscles, you might feel a little bit of relief there. If you want to do another variation, supported bridge is also a great option. So bringing that block underneath your hips, right on your sacrum, so that bony spot above your tailbone. It's kind of like a little flat place. You'll feel it when it feels right. You might need to move your block around a little bit. And then just letting your body kind of decompress from here. So getting that little bit of back bend. If you can still channel that same activation of inner thighs hugging towards midline, like you had that block there, even though it's under you now, you can practice that. And then when you're ready, coming back down. So those are a few options. Again, during your normal yoga class, if you want to go for extra hamstring stretches, those might help. Sometimes I've had students say if they're having sciatic pain, making their feet a little bit wider in stances like mountain pose or chair pose, feet about hip width distance apart. Sometimes even putting a block in between your inner thighs for those poses, that can help. So give those things a shot, see how you feel. And again, if you are experiencing continued or severe pain, definitely listen to your body if it's telling you to go get it checked out and go see your doctor, your massage therapist, your acupuncturist, your chiropractor, whoever you like to go to. But definitely have somebody give it a check because you don't want to be suffering for too long. Namaste.